Good morning and welcome back to Margin. This morning we're going to talk about whether your health impacts your finances. This is part 2 of a 2-part series, so let's jump right into it. So taking a quick assessment of where you are at may help you to figure out what needs to change. And I believe that all of us have aspects that we can improve upon, that we can grow in, and that we can be mindful of around the jobs that we have, the careers that we have. So ask yourself a few key questions. What is concerning you about your health that needs to be shored up? It may be carrying excess weight. It may be something like high blood pressure. It may be a family history of some specific health issue that you need to keep an eye on. It could also be what you're doing to actually maintain your health or lack thereof. I asked myself this question, and I did last year because over the last 18 months, it's been especially challenging for many people. And I found that I had a difficult time knowing what to do when I got to the gym. So that was the area that I felt like I needed the greatest amount of accountability in. So I actually hired a personal coach. And that personal coach has been there kind of walking through the process with me of making sure that I have the right form and function and weight and that I'm going through a systematic approach of maintaining myself from a physical standpoint in the gym. So what is it for you? Is it the gym? Is it the lack of attending the gym or not necessarily knowing what to do when you get to the gym? Or is it your intake of the proper foods? Is it the nutrients? Is it drinking enough water? Is it getting enough sleep? Is it spending enough time with other people that are motivated to improve their life and improve their health in the same ways? Is it a negative feedback loop that's actually causing you to spiral emotionally, and you need to actually work on your mindfulness? You need to work on having rest and having perspective and overall mental health, and what you actually need to focus on around a holistic standpoint to maintain your health. Now, you may be asking, what the heck does this have to do with personal finance? And I would resoundingly say everything. It literally has everything to do with personal finance. So your health directly correlates with your ability to carry out the aspects that are important to you in life. So from a simplistic standpoint, we use personal finance in order to fund living a healthy lifestyle through maybe a gym membership or seeing a counselor or getting a massage or having a healthy diet through what you eat and having those right nutrients. So why not educate yourself on what needs to change with your finances in order to be sure that you spend in the proper areas, including your health? Your attention to your health may get you to think about finding an alternative means to commute, for transportation. It may mean you biking or walking. It may mean that you take on lower stress activities, maybe like ride sharing instead of commuting through traffic. This may also mean that you go through the process of meal preparation in order to avoid eating out. It may also mean that you build in time to recharge, or that you actually finally take a vacation. It also may direct and help you with how and when and to what extent you need to disconnect from work. Or it may even cause you to take proactive tests in order to get examined from a health professional in order for you to make sure that there's no underlying issues that would be affecting your performance. Now, all this said, the biggest area that I believe is at risk when you do not connect your finances to your health is your legacy. Now, I talk a lot about your legacy, and I talk a lot about legacy in general, and that's because we are all building a legacy right now. We are all going through that process, whether we know it or not, whether we're intentional with it or not. And that area of a legacy is something that we are actively working to build, and it affects those that we leave behind. So that may be the life that we live, that may be the people that we are, that may be the impact that we have, and the way and the extent that we're able to leave a legacy that lives on to hopefully impact generations to follow, future generations. But if we don't take care of our health, you'll be limited, I'll be limited in the length of time you can build on that legacy. You may limit the resources you want to leave behind, you ideally want to leave behind, because you may not be able to live the life that you want to live to the fullest because of your lack of health, to be able to enjoy the aspects of life that matter most to you. So in the last 18 months especially, we have all had a reset of sorts. Now, you may be the type of personality that is focused more on the here and now, or you may be a personality that's really focused on the future and where things are going. But no matter how you're wired, it's important to see how your finances dovetail with your health. And especially over this time where you've had that opportunity to really evaluate things from a longevity standpoint, whether you are focusing on the here and now, or you're focusing on the long term or the long run. You've almost had a reset of sorts and an opportunity for you to be able to see what's important for you. And I believe that this is why this is so important, is to be able to see what it is that's important to you, whether you are wired one way or another, and to be able to seriously look at your health from that perspective. My call to action is to seriously look at your health from a perspective of what needs to change, so that you can have the decisions compound in your life in the direction that you want to see them go, so that you are leaving a legacy in the long run that maximizes who you want to be and how you want to leave that legacy to generations to come. If this information is helpful to you, please do like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're reminded to come back on a daily basis and improve in managing your personal finances. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.